The Vancouver Canucks, 5th in the Pacific, 40-30-12 record, 92 points last season. 10th in the West. I'm sorry, I didn't skip a team, did I?
Nope.
All right, good. Just making sure. 5th in the Pacific, 40-30-12 record, 92 points. 10th in the West, 18th in the league. 9th in the league in power play percentage with a 23.5%. Their head coach is Bruce Boudreau. Players lost this season. Goalie Yaroslav Halak to the Rangers, Brad Hunt to the Avalanche, and Matthew Highmore to the Blues. They ended up signing Philip DiGiuseppe to a re-sign, actually, 1 year. Ilya Mikheyev from the Maple Leafs to a 4-year contract. Curtis Lazar from the Bruins for 3. Goalie Colin Delia from the Blackhawks to a 1-year deal. Their only notable UFA is Mike DiPietro. And no off-season trades.
No, interesting. The Canucks are just like, we're gonna just re-sign.
I think run it back. Yeah, let's give it another year to grow and another year to get these guys familiar with each other, learn your line mates,
right?
Figure it the fuck out.
They have a good team. They really do. I still got them low on the list though, but I think they have a good team. Again, I like what you just said, where they still gotta figure things out. I feel like the organization knows, just like we have it. We just gotta.
Dude, they are the original puzzle piece.
Yeah,
that's like where I get that phrase from, because that year that Holtby came over and they brought in all these different guys, and it was like they had such a good team on paper, but the pieces don't line up.
For some reason,
something
it
missing.
Just didn't work. There's just something missing, and I think that's exactly what the Vancouver Canucks know. That's why there's like no trades at all. Just kind of re-signing, and they're picking up 3 guys here too. I still got them low. I'll say it right now. I got them in 7th.
Yikes.
Pacific. Yeah.
Yikes.
I really kind of dropped.
You have them dropping, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like last year didn't happen. Just put them wherever you want. That's wild.
Yeah, that'll be my curveball. And again, like I said in the beginning of the episode, I was like, dude, these middle teams, 4 through 7, I'm like.
But it goes against what you just said, though. They're coming back with like the same team, the same kind of group. They have good players.
I know.
So why are they dropping 3 seeds?
Because that's how I have them.
You can't just not give me a reason. You just did it because you like the number 7.
No, because I think the 2 teams ahead of them have gotten better.
That was part of my reasoning in placing Vancouver where I placed them 2.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like other teams got better or worse around them.
Yeah.
I did not have them 7th, though. I'm going to go in a little bit on this team because JT Miller, Brock Besser, Elias Pettersson, Bo Horvat, Connor Garland even as like a young guy, Ilya Mikheyev coming over, like that forward group is very good, but like sneaky good. Like a team that you don't necessarily respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think Elias Pettersson and Brock Besser have way more impact than people give them credit for. And JT Miller too. Like I think people respect and understand JT Miller now, but like he had a year last year.
Oh my God. Career high year. 32 goals and 67 assists, which is 6th in the league. Unreal. JT Miller really getting it done there.
Yeah. And then going to the back end too, Quinn Hughes, Oliver Ekman-Larsson bringing that veteran presence. Not exactly playoff experience coming from the desert, but Tyler Myers, Luke Shen, like I think that's decent. That's pretty solid. That's better than, I don't know, 10 to 15 of the teams in the league.
Right.
And then in net, you're really banking on Thatcher Demko because right now their backup is Spencer Martin, who we don't really have too much on. I think you have a little bit on him, right?
Thatcher Demko here?
Spencer Martin.
Oh, Spencer Martin, yeah. He played 6 games with the Canucks last season. Had a 1.74 GA, .950 save percentage, went 3-0-3.
Which is pretty fan-fucking-tastic. But
pretty good, yeah.
A six-game sample size isn't big.
That screams, hey, Thatcher Demko is our guy.
Yeah. And I think, you're really relying heavily on him first, like, to begin with. But then if or when Spencer Martin gets some holes in the ship, like, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do now, Like, you're going to throw this young guy to the Wolves just because you don't want to sign another backup.
I think defense-wise, too. I think a lot of these defensemen now, they want them to score. They want them to be more playmakers.
Yep.
And, I mean, they have 2 here. Quinn Hughes, 60 assists last season, which was 4th amongst defensemen.
Massive.
14th in the league.
60.
60.
That's wild.
That's a lot. And then another one, Oliver Ekman-Larsson here. He's questionable with a foot injury to start the season, but last season had 5 goals and 24 assists. Everything else kind of like falls down a bit. Tyler Myers, 17 assists. I mean, what are we looking at here? Tyler Pullman was questionable, but he only played 40 games last season. But the defenseman needs to come out and really help out because we're talking about these top brass teams. And look at the defensemen, and not only are they scoring goals, but they're up there. They got 30+ like assists. They're really trying to create some offense from the blue line.
The way I've started looking at the blue line in the NHL now, the first pair, they obviously have to be your best defenseman. I'm not going to fucking be stupid out here, but Quinn Hughes, like that's the guy that is creating offense from the blue line. Luke Shen is the stay-at-home defenseman on that line that needs to be like ready to be home and play defense until the guys can catch up. Mm-hmm. And then in the second line, you need a guy that can, still run the offense a little bit, but both guys need to be defensively minded. And then, so like you need like one guy that's kind of offensively minded, and the other guy needs to they both need to definitely focus defense before offense. Mm-hmm. The third line needs to get on the ice and not be a minus. That's how I look at defense, right? So your first line needs to put up the points. The second line is a split where one guy, focuses offense, one focuses defense, and the third line just has to, come off the ice even or up one if they can. Mm-hmm. So that's the way I look at it, and I think this is the perfect example of like a well-balanced defense.
Yeah.
And just to jump back to the goaltending, like even if we look at the team in San Jose that we just covered, they have James Reimer, and who's the other guy? Fuck's sakes. Kaapo Kähkönen. If you put either of those guys behind Demko, I would feel much more confident in this team because there's another guy that can give him a night off.
Oh, yeah.
With Spencer Martin, like it's never a guaranteed night off because if he gets lit up, guess what, Demko? You're going back in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that could be a deciding factor on this team. But just for the forward, star power and the Quinn Hughes capability of becoming a Cale Makar and Adam Fox, like those kind of guys, I put them in the 4 seed. Because I think they have the pieces, and this could be the year for the puzzle piece to kind of click together a little better.
Okay. Yep.
Still potentially outside the playoffs, but
yep. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like they again for like the 100th time with this team, they have the guys. I think the guys that they have need to come out with the same fire under their ass like they had last season, and just like keep it going. Even like pick up the pace. I wouldn't say just a lot, but just like the exact same, maybe a little more, and really get those goals, really get those plays, especially for the defenseman yet again to really help out offensively.
And I think another note here is that Bruce Boudreau didn't come over to the Canucks till halfway through the season, so we're gonna get a full season of Bruce. And when he did come over to the Canucks, he kind of turned the organization around a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he got the offense clicking, got the pieces going a little bit better. So I think that's a big factor too. We got a full season to see what that'll bring him.
Canucks fans loved him. Bruce, there it is. He hated it, but all the fans loved it, So I don't know. Like everyone loves Bruce Boudreau. So,
yeah, he gets the job done. He's effective. That's what I'll say.
So yeah, you might be right. He might full season of Bruce Boudreau. God only knows what he's doing right now for the preseason and training right now.
Laying back, smashing a fucking quarter pounder with cheese.
Watching Kevin Owens.
He's blowing the whistle again.
I don't know. Whatever he's got to do, I'm all for it.
Guy's a legend. Gets the job done.
100%.
I like him.